Hi, I'm Hans Johansson. It's Easter 2024 and I'm in the sunny island of Gran Canaria. It's absolutely amazing. It's the best climate in the world, undisputably the best climate. There's a dryness, there's clear skies, there's fresh air. An amazing place, and I'm down here for health reasons, to work on health. And I want to talk specifically today about fasting and the health benefits of fasting and the amazing health benefits that are being revealed now towards a specific disease that I can't really name it quite. It starts with CA. It consists of cells in the body that start growing uncontrollably. I think you all know what disease this is. It's getting very, very common, unfortunately, and something we need to do something about and fight. It's one of the most common causes of death now in the world, the CAN. I think you know what disease I'm talking about. So right now, as we speak, I have been on fast for 3 days. When evening comes now, I have not eaten anything dry in 3 days, and I feel amazing. I do drink water and coffee and some, unfortunately, diet soda. That's my sin, with 0 calories, 0 sugar, but some aspartame. It's not good at all, but I'm not perfect either. But absolutely no dry food, no solid foods, water, coffee, some milk in the coffee. There is a tiny amount of sugar in the milk, but it's a fast. It's absolutely a fast, and it feels amazing. I want to talk about fasting, sort of how to get into it. The process, at least for me. I come down here to the sunny islands of Gran Canaria, and I'm not able to go straight into fasting. There's a process where you sort of have to acclimatize. It takes 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe even. I'm on my 3rd week now when I decided to go on the fast, and I couldn't have done it the first day. Coming from the cold in Norway, you have the appetite and the digestion of the cold climate when you come here. It lasts at least 2 or 3 days just to sort of realize that you're somewhere else, and then it takes at least 1 or 2 weeks, maybe 3, to fully acclimatize and then be able to do the things that you can do in such a different environment. And that's why I suggest for people that want to come down for health reasons and to do a fast. I try to organize and help people to do this health trip, is to try to stay for a long duration stay. Don't just come down for a week, because you won't get into it the way you want to and the way you need to in just 1 week or maybe 2 weeks. You can sort of the last half of the 2nd week you can do a fast maybe, but a long-term stay is definitely the best. And there are so many benefits to it. You lose weight, but you feel great, and the mind, that's the most, it's hard to describe how the mind after 24, 48 hours clears up, and you become very, very clear-minded. It's an amazing feeling. It's very hard to describe, and every time I go into it, I think to myself, wow, I remember this, but I knew that I would get into it, but it's so hard to put into words to others who haven't felt it, and also to yourself when you're not in that state. You sort of almost dismiss it a little bit when you're not into it, and then you get into it again, and it just feels amazing. And then, I mean, lately in Norway, there has been a big debate in health conscious groups that I'm part of. Hemali is Norwegian magazine for health. There is an American guy called Thomas Seyfried, who has done a video about this terrible disease that is so common now, can, and the cells, and you know what disease I'm talking about. And what he says is that we have to starve it. It lives off sugar and glucose, carbohydrates, and we have to starve it. That's the way to get rid of it. And starving it can be done by a diet with no sugar, no starch, but it can of course also be done by just fasting outright. And fasting is the, you know, it is the hidden wellspring of a good life and long life. So if you know someone, so many of us have someone in their life that are suffering from this terrible disease, then suggest to them a fasting and suggest to come down to the sun. There's something about, when I'm in the cold, I get cravings for carbohydrates, pasta, sugar, even chocolate and things. But when I'm down here, the sun sort of compensates for it. Walking, swimming in the ocean, and also I have like a program for myself where if I get tempted by food or something, I know how to distract the temptation for maybe half an hour, and then you get over it. That's the weird thing about fasting. You do get cravings, especially in the beginning, but then if you just stick it out for half an hour, the cravings stop, and then you can go on for many more hours. So see the video with Thomas Seyfried, where he talks about this, and consider coming down here to Gran Canaria or somewhere sunny. I'm sure it's the same in many locations, but this is where I come to. This happens to be just that there are more flights from Norway to Gran Canaria than anywhere else in any sunny place from Norway. And it's safe, easy, the best climate in the world. It might be more exciting in Bali or Australia or Thailand or whatever, but it has a calmness to it also that I like very much. You can sort of find your own, you can create your own bubble and be left alone to do your thing. I just love it. I'm sorry for the beeping here. I don't know what that is. So consider sending people that are victims of this terrible disease the video from Thomas Seyfried and maybe this video, and suggest that as a possible solution. And also, you know, fasting is free. That's the most amazing thing with it. I'm staying now in a tent, in a cave for free. I'm fasting, it's free. I'm only paying for a couple of coffees every day in a couple of different cafes that I can walk to. So, you know, you don't have to check into a health resort and pay 300 euros per night to stay in a health resort. It's literally free. It's so if you're able to find your way, you can do this. So reporting from Gran Canaria, long Friday, Easter 2024, on my third day fasting, with absolutely haven't eaten anything. When it comes to evening now, I ate 3 nights ago, I ate some late supper, and I feel amazing, and I'll try to keep going for some more time. We'll see. Something will break my fast. I don't know, maybe a social gathering or something. So please consider it. Thank you very much for listening.